everybody, hello, and welcome back to our Sunday Live. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's, because there's going to be a bit more of the same today. I know some of you couldn't, for one reason or another, it's life, you couldn't get to watch the live yesterday, and although you can watch catchback, it's never quite the same, is it? So I want to make some more papers anyway for my Grunge Journal. Yesterday I was doing them for the collaboration with Kyung, and today I want to do the Grunge Journal ones. I think I showed these to you yesterday, but you know my memory. So these are the ones I have so far, but I want to add to them a little bit. And this is with a bigger plate. Yesterday I used the 6x6, which was fine for what we wanted yesterday. This is the bigger plate that I've got. And you can see it's got a scar through there because I didn't store it properly, my bad. I mean, you can see it quite clearly, but actually I quite like it. And this is on Gelli paper. This one's quite interesting. It's got a really copper shimmer to it, which is lovely. This one, which I love, possibly my favourite. I love that sort of fault line across there and these bits. I just love that one. It's really lovely. I can see it in my journal. That one I just printed on top of an old one that I didn't like. I quite like that one. Could do something with that. And that, I like this sort of magenta coming through. And I printed it on top of something that was turquoise, so you can see there's bits of turquoise coming through, but I like that too. And this one I really like. It's got bits of red on it. I can't remember putting red on it, but I must have done. And it's got a sort of sheen to it as well. And then this one, which I've kept, it was just a 6-inch plate, and I just pulled that print. I didn't really know what I was going to get, but it's lovely. It's really, really lovely. I love it. So I'm sure I can find a home for that in my journal. Speaking of my journal, let's have a look at it and see where we're up to. I don't think, I've tried not to do too much to it in the intervening times, because I know some of you really want to sort of keep up. Inside front cover, well, it's going to have a cover over this cover. This is just a signature cover, and I will decorate this, but it will have a proper cover over it. So there's a big pocket there with a gusset, string and button closure. This, I can't remember if you watched me make that or not. Maybe not. It's just a regular journal card. It was some tissue that I put down onto the card and then just sprayed ink all over it and then decorated it up. And the page underneath it, I just put little bits of illegible stamp and some bits of framers tape. This is the framers tape that I've got. It's quite wide, so I just tear it off and go like that, and then I just tear it as it's coming off the roll. So tear it like that, stick that one down, and just pull, and you get something that's not quite so wide. I'll use that soon, so it'll be all right. Oh, the other thing I've done is I've put tabs on 4 sides there, and put these little tiny little Tim Holtz safety pins with a key, which I had to put on with a jump ring. So there was much swearing involved because I'm useless with jump rings. So yeah, I mean, this Mr. F was going to the nearest little village to us, which is a tiny little village, but it does have a charity shop. And I said to him, oh, will you pop into the charity shop, please, and have a look and see if they've got anything black, you know, like a cotton blouse, cotton shirt, something like that. And he came back with a t-shirt. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do with that? It's stretchy and everything. But I thought, well, it's all I've got, so let's give it a try. And actually, it works really well. It's nice and soft. It, you know, stuck on, works all right. I like it. So that's the back of that page. I'm pretty sure you watched me do that. I've just added a little bit of washi tape down there and along there, just for a bit of interest, really. It's in the bottom drawer there, if you're looking for it. That's the Celtic knot page. That's the map page. Yeah, here's the t-shirt that Mr. F purchased. Yeah, you can, just my going, you can see me in that, can't you? So I cut a sleeve off, made it even more, oh, you can't see from a stupid fat head. There, I cut a sleeve off. So now we've got a half vest. And this great big skull. So you never know, I mean, he might come in at some stage, who knows. Anyway, that's that. Excellent. This page you've seen before you watch me make this. This is the flip out with all the journaling in it. Loads of journaling there. Loads of journaling there. All folds up like that. Once again, I've just used a bit of framers tape over the illegible script. Then here, you might not have seen this, I made a tummy tuck across here, and this is the mop-up cloth that I was using. So it's got all different sorts of colours, inks and everything, whatever I was using, I just mopped it up with it. And I've got another one since then, and this is the start of my third one. Still looking nice and clean at the moment. But any stamps that I do, I just stamp them off onto there as well. Just adds a bit of interest to it. And it's tea bag paper, but you could do it with, what else? Tissue paper, I guess. Yeah, tissue paper. So I just added a bit of lace to that. I stamped on a bird because it reminded me of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven a little bit. So that's that. And then I made a tag to go in it. It's the same thing. It's that same tissue paper on the back with roses on it. And I just sprayed ink on it, and then I scrubbed her up a little bit because she looked a bit too pristine. So I just took my nail file to her and scratched her up a bit, inked her up a bit, and stuck her on there. And this is a this is a tag from a Tim Holtz pack. I don't know which ones, don't ask me. Once again, I've put some washi down there and some washi along there, so that's just finished that page off, I think. My mushroom page, this page which you watched me make, got a little bit of journaling there, little bit of journaling there, so there's not much journaling to be had really. It's more kind of what it looks like than journaling, I guess. Just a bit of washi down there and a bit along there. I just like it. It just breaks a page somehow. Then here, I decided that I really didn't have enough journaling in this. So I've just made this page for journaling. Think are just offcuts, remnants of coffee dyed paper that I'd cut off. And so I think that might be a stencil actually. I stenciled them, I think. Framers tape. This that you can see here is the script coming through from the other page because this paper is quite thin. But I like it, it looks nice. And I just stamped a big 8 there. And you can't see it because it's, just realised that. It's behind there so you can't see it coming through. This you watched me make. Now Judith put a comment on the YouTube comments, notifications about she wanted to see how to make this. Well, I did show you how to make that, if you remember. So I think you've got all the knowledge you need to make that, really. And there's a little journal card in there. This is some of my get your words out, woman. Gelli printing on there, which is gorgeous. I love it. And then I just put a bit of coffee stained paper on the back and zigzagged up both sides, and I like that. I might come back and stick something on there. I don't know. I like it as it is. So that goes into there. This is an envelope, you might remember, here. So I slit the top open and I've made this big journaling card. And that's out my other piece of mop-up cloth. That's really interesting, isn't it? I really love that. You couldn't make that if you tried, I'm telling you. It's just the way it's happened, that, you know, the colours, it's just lovely. Put a black bow at the top, went round the edge with a black soot ink, and that just fits nicely in there. And then over the page we've got another one of those journaling cards that we made, and another card very similar to the other one, like that. Yeah, I tore it where I shouldn't have torn it, but hody-hody. And that fits in there. Then this is our centre page, and I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm still trying to think what I'm going to do. Now then, this here, this is kind of the same thing. It's a napkin that I gave the same treatment to as the rose one. And this is just a funny story. I did this, I didn't like it, so I slung it in the bin, right? And then I thought about it, and I thought, you know, I don't dislike that really, so I got it out the bin. Then I tried it in various places in my journal. I didn't think it fitted, so I slung it back in the bin. And then this morning, the cat was dancing around the pedal of my sewing machine, and he did something to it. And all the wires, I was going to say, the threads got entangled. So I had to get Mr. F on the case to fix me machine. And he pulled this out the bin to try the machine out on. And when he'd done it, I said, oh, do you know, I really like that. He said, well, I got it out the bin. I said, yeah, well, I got it out the bin first. So it's been in the bin three times, and it's out the bin now, and I've actually stuck it into my journal because I love it. And it's got this random stitching down here which just makes it, and that was Mr. F trying out my sewing machine. So there's a whole story behind just that one card actually. So whoever eventually owns this.
And the lettering.
Yeah, and the lettering, that's the thing, Mr. F got it out the bin, yes, that's right, to do this lettering. It's that Letraset rub on, rub off, whatever you call it, letters. And he wanted to see if he could grunge them up, if they wouldn't come off just like perfect letters, if he could get them to come off in little pieces. So he got them to come off, and then he scratched through them, which is lovely. It's really nice. But overall, doesn't that look nice? I have to say, I'm really pleased with it, despite the fact it's been in and out the bin several times. So yeah, that's as far as I've got with that. It needs a card behind there, and I need to create something else to go on there. But I thought I would just go through with you just how I made this. It's really easy. Once you see it, you know, you'll be away. It's really easy. So I've got some little bits of remnants here. This is all I've got left now, but you know, you can easily make more. They're just offcuts that I've stamped on. I think that was the offcut off the mushroom page actually. So don't be so hasty in deeming your things scraps, Keon. Because sometimes they're just remnants, just waiting for the opportunity. So let's have a look and see where I can stick these. I'm not going to ink around them. I quite like this lighter look to this page. I'm just going to put them willy-nilly, really. I might put a piece along the top here. So this piece has lived for another day. So then, yeah, I'm going to glue those down first. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Those are definitely stamps, but I can't remember now if these are stamps or stencils, but it doesn't matter. Just make a mark of some sort. There'll be plenty journaling then on these 2 pages. So a little bit of glue. I'll put that there. I really like that one. I went over it after I'd done whatever, and I can't remember, and just splattered it a bit. I quite like that. Looks quite nice to me.
Jan, you brought the Timmy crayons.
Did you, Janya? Ooh, then you'll be away doing like the rose card.
Apparently she ordered 1 set and they sent 2.
Can you believe it? Dear me. That's not very straight, is it?
Reminds me of the Fat Quarter saga.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I should tell that. So then you just, I've shown you just how I split my tape. Just tear it like that and keep going until you think you've got enough, and then just tear it off. This is framer's tape. It's not packing tape. It's not anything else. It's actually framer's tape. It was Julie at Camellia Crafts that told me about this, and I love it. It's fabulous stuff. So I'm just going to put that over there a little bit, like that. There we are. And give it a burnish. It's a bit like washi tape, you know, you have to burnish it down. Like that.
Mike says, do tell, and Jen says, we want to know. Go on with you.
Oh, well, back to Kath Kidston, actually. And years ago, oh, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, something like that, I bought some Kath Kidston fat quarters in a really posh shop. And when I got them home to look at them, got them out, looked at them, of course, as you always do when you buy something nice and new. And one of them had a fault in it. It was like it had a thread missing or something out of it. It was really faulty. So I rang the shop up and I told them that, I mean, they weren't cheap, I can tell you, that I'd, bought these fat quarters, paid a lot of money for them because I believed they were going to be good, and got them home and they were faulty. And she said, oh, went through the usual, what's your receipt and blah, blah. And she said, I'll rectify that for you, and sorry that's happened, etc. And then time passes, and then there's a knock at the door. And I had a full craft room at that stage, and I was upstairs in my craft room. Mr. F was up there with me, and chatting away, and he went downstairs, so he was at the door obviously, and he came back up, and he was carrying a full bolt, completely full bolt of the Kath Kidston fabric. I said, what on earth is that? What is it? So he explained, the label on it said that it was 25-metre bolt minus 1 fat quarter. I said, that's ridiculous. So he said, oh, don't worry about that, it gets better. So he went downstairs and he brought up another full bolt, another 25 yards of the stuff. So we ended up with 50 yards of Kath Kidston fabric minus 1 fat quarter. Should I have told them? Yeah, I should have done. Did I tell them? No, I didn't. I'll hang my head in shame. No, I did not. Sorry, guys. You may have altered your opinion of me now. But, I figured that it's gone through the computer system. They've sent it out. They shouldn't have been trying to sell me shonky goods in the first place. So, yeah, 50 metres minus a fat quarter of Kath Kidston fabric.
They obviously cut off the fat quarter and sang the wrong bit.
Yeah, absolutely, that's what they'd done. Right, I'm just going to get my little stamp out here and just do a little bit of stamping. I don't want much. I don't really want much more than I've got on the other side. Let's just do that. Just the way up, that way. That's sufficient. I don't need any more than that. I really want to be able to, for people to be able to journal on it. I've lost my plastic bit now. Okay, so where's, oh, I also want it for the number. I'm going to put a number on there as well. Let's see. Let's go for, I don't know, number 2. Number three. No, I'm going to go for one of these bottom ones because otherwise they're too hard to get out. How about a question mark? No, and. Let's put the ampersand in. So, I saw a block somewhere. There's a block. I'm going to put it up there. Like that.
But it says you're on the naughty step.
I know.
And Nancy says, good day all, anybody missing a fat quarter?
Honestly, it's not the sort of thing I would have told you, apart from Mr. F's big fat gob.
I'll dob you in any time.
I feel ashamed about it. I still do after all these years. So there we are. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Right.
Show us now what you did with the fabric.
Well, it just got used. You know, got used up, really. I mean, I wasn't shy with it, you understand. It all got used, though.
Or got fenced.
Did not get fenced. You've wrecked my reputation already, so
In more ways than one.
Right, so that's that. And I like that. It's nice. So I'm just going to, from now on, for the rest of this afternoon, I'm ignoring Mr. F, okay? Completely, just like he's dead to me. There was something else I was going to do. Yes, these two cards here. Yeah, when I said to you I might put something on them, I'd already worked out what I was going to put on them. Honestly, what's wrong with me? I just need a bit of coffee stained paper, like this. I'm going to tear it. Where's my tear ruler? This is ridiculous. I should have remembered this. Right, I'm going to tear it about there. That's upside down, so that won't do any good to me at all. Take this straight edge off there. Actually, it's easier the other way, isn't it, if you put the pressure on that edge. And down here, you've got the picture. Lovely. So let's just see what size I want. It's possibly a bit too big, but maybe just about there. Don't worry, we will get round to the Gelli plate printer. I just had this in my mind to do, so that's not the best tearing, but it doesn't matter. Truly does not matter. They really aren't big enough to keep, so I'm going to toss them. Might be in the bin later on looking for them, you never know. So, right, that's going to go there like that. These are going to get stuck on there. I quite like that. And then I'm going to stamp on them. I could stamp on them now. That would be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? Yeah, roll call, roll call.
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Ros and Jim.
Hiya, Ros and Jim.
Jen and Mike.
Hiya, Jen and Mike.
Tamira.
Hi, Tamira.
Erin.
Hello, Erin.
Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Janya.
Hi, Janya.
Keong.
Hello, lovely Keong. I hope you're not in too much pain.
Fancy Nancy and Will.
Hi, Nancy. Fancy Nancy and Will.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Gonnie.
Hi, Gonnie.
Flo.
Hi, Flo. Any cake today, Flo?
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Shaz.
Hi, Shaz. I thought you'd be F1 watching.
Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Louise.
Hello, Louise.
Terry.
Hi, Terry. Mr. Green is looking, Mr. Black in your case, is fabulous, fabulous. And I'm intrigued by your teeny weeny Halloweeny journal.
Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Kay.
Hi, Kay.
If I missed you, shout out.
Can I see anybody? Sharon, did we say Sharon?
I think I said Sharon.
Zucchini, orange, quick bread. Oh, Flo.
Sounds disgusting.
Oh, it's already finished, has it, Shaz? It was in Hungary or somewhere, I think. So I've just stamped both of those at the same time, just for the ease of it all. And I quite like those on there. They're quite nice. So I'm just going to go around the edges with my black.
Jenya loves the stamp with numbers. Where is it from?
It is from a company called Darkroom Door. darkroom door, and I get it, my orders from eBay or a company. It's the same shop on eBay as the other shop, and it's called Cuddly Buddly. And the shop, I think, is called Buddly Crafts, isn't it? Yeah, on eBay it's called Cuddly Buddly, which I quite like. And the shop that they've got is called Buddly Crafts. So if you're in the UK, that's where you get it. Janya, I'm afraid you're on your own. You'll have to search Darkroom Door. They're an Australian company, and boy do they do some good stuff. Really lovely stuff. I think the lady that owns it, or, you know, formed the company, Rachel Grieve, I think she's called, she was a photographer. That was what she, you know, job in life. And they do an awful lot of like doors and flowers and things that are really photorealism. They're fabulous. Haven't got any of those yet. Right, let's just stick those on there. Quite like that addition. It's just a little bit of something. Oh, come on, why have you blocked up? Why have you blocked up? Is there a reason? You don't usually give me grief. Can't even find a pin. I can't believe there isn't a pin on this whole desk. Oh, there's a needle, but that's not much use. I'm stuck then, I can't do anything.
What do you want me to do? Darkroom door apparently are on Amazon.com.
Hang on, I've got a pin. Ah, well, there you go. They're the same sort of price as Timmy stamps, to be honest. They're not that cheap, but they are. Ah, that's it. It was just looking for a bit of attention, I think. Yeah, not much difference in price from these to the Timmy stamps, but they're good. Right, so let's just put that there. I think that just makes a whole difference to that. Looks like he's dressed up now, as opposed to just the easiest way out sort of thing. So I'll do these and then we'll get on with some jelly plate printing. See if I can cost you any more money. There we are. Lovely, let's put the glue away because I think we are finished with it. Bring in the little journal. And they just slide in there like that, and that one slides in there. Lovely. So we're sort of up to the centre. We have got a couple of things done in the back of the journal, but pretty much up to the centre. So, excellent. Let's pop that over there into the world of relative safety. Put that out the way and that out the way, and let's get the jelly plate out. I put clean paper on my desk today, and 10 to 1 on it's going to get ruined, but at the end of the day it's only wallpaper, and it was reduced.
Rachel says hi.
Hi Rachel! Right, there we are, there's the jelly plate. I don't know if you can see that big scar up there. There's another one along here. It's been mistreated. It's basically just been mistreated. Right, so you need a brayer. They come in many shapes and sizes. I find this one a bit too large to control properly. And this one, it just feels too light in my hands. But it does have these, so it means that you can stand it up without putting it on the
Well, the other one
thing.
does that in as well.
Oh, yeah, that does that. Never knew that. Right, so I'm just gonna. Every day's a school day, so I'm just gonna do some backgrounds, just to get us in the flow of things. And I've got some deli paper here. The size it comes in is twice this size, and I've just cut it up there. And I haven't got masses, so I can't just go completely bonkers. So let's just put some colours on, pull it up. Before we get to stenciling, etc, etc. So I have a plethora of colours before me. What shall I use? Well, I think I'm going to put a little bit of coral in it. Don't know why, I just feel corally. So just look, oh, that's way too much. Way too much. Little drops, tiny little drops. Ooh, let's put some magenta in.
Jen wants to know if you can use your rubber stamps with the Gelli plate.
Yeah, you can. You can actually. It takes out the impression. We'll have a look at it in a minute. I've got some of this I'm using all sorts of things. Acrylics, fluid acrylics, this very cheap Americana acrylic. This is actually airbrush paint, ink more than anything. It doesn't really matter. That matters because it hasn't been shaken. That's it. So I'm just going to lift that off with my clean up rag. So just a little bit. This ink is quite strong. Maybe that's the wrong way. Yeah, it is. And some brown, probably. I could put black on, but I'll put brown. This medium sort of brown. And I'm sure that's like more paint than you need. Yeah, there's too much coral there. It's going to have to go, a bit of that. It's alright though, it's on my clean up cloth, so it's not lost forever. Right, and then you sort of start doing the dance with the colours and your brayer. So the idea is you want to cover the whole Gelli plate with a thin layer of paint. You don't want to mesh them all in together, so you end up with just one colour. But neither do you want them sitting like just drops, like you've just put out. You need to, I'm just going to try and go into that Rift Valley that I've got, that I've got there. You don't want them staying like that because that just looks like that's how you put it out. So you've got to sort of move them around. So you're painting, if you like, with your brayer. Just to move them around a little bit. Don't know about that airbrush paint. Don't worry if the first time you do this the paint balls up, you know, pills just balls up against the thing. They kind of do that. It's kind of their thing.
I told Jen you would do the stamps later if she asked nicely. So she's put, Fiona, would you pretty please with sugar on top show us how to use rubber stamps with a Gelli plate? Love, Jen.
Oh, look at my new paper. I forgot it was new.
And then she ruined it. I put an LOL on the end.
Jen, I will. Right, so that's pretty much all over. This is going to be a first pull, and it would be amazing if it was a good one, because it seldom is. So this is the joy of deli paper. It's thin, and you can get it, you know, if I had a stencil in there, I could force it through all the holes, which you can't if you're using copy paper or perish the thought card. You'd get a pull something like this because this is just flat, but when you start getting a bit more tricksy with yourself, then deli paper really is a good thing to use. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I mean it's as I would expect really, a bit of something and a bit of nothing. But I won't throw that away, I can print on top of it. So let's put some more colour down. There's a lot of paint left here, and I think if I put white down I could probably get quite a nice pull off that. Shall I or shall I not?
Jen says, can you also use a brush on the Gelli plates?
You can, but you'd end up with sort of brush marks really. The brayer is the accepted way forward really.
If you're going to brush, you might as well just brush the paper.
Yeah. I mean, you can make marks in it. You know, you can get the end of your brush and make marks and do all sorts of things.
Graffito.
Yeah, so I've got some left on the jelly plate from that first pull that I did. So it's dry now, so I can go over it with, this is actually buff titanium. You could use white if you wanted. You could use any colour that you wanted to. And hopefully when I do this pull, it'll pick up all those dried bits that were on the plate and give us quite an interesting pull. There's a bit too much paint on here. If your brayer starts going sort of skiddy, too skiddy, that's what I'd say, then you've got too much paint. And if you've really got too much paint, just roll it off onto a waste bit of paper, which sometimes can turn out really nice. So let's try that again then. Should we try it on the other side of that? Why not? See what we get. Might be something, it might be nothing. So give it a good push down because I want to pull up all that dry paint that was on there. Oh yeah, this is clean. It's cleaned a plate and given us some interesting marks. So that plate's now clean, pretty much. And this is what it's given us. So that's all that was left on the plate. And I put a new layer of acrylic paint on top of it, which has stuck to that and then come off when we've pulled it. And I mean, that's a really nice print, isn't it? I think it is. It's interesting. I like that. You could do something with that. Yeah, okay. So, excellent. That's got us off the mark. I've got a load of cream on here that I don't really want, so I'm just going to brayer it off onto some scrap paper. This is what we were using yesterday, look. So, now let's see about stencils. Well, let's see about the rubber stamps, actually. Which rubber stamps am I willing to sacrifice for the cause? I might as well use those number ones. Could you get me a thing of water, like, you know, the little Pyrex bowls? One of those, and I'll dump these in as soon as I'm finished. So let's just make a background again. Similar sort of colours. This time I'm going to use this Lumiere paint. They're fabric paints. That doesn't mean to say you can't use them for other things. And this one's pewter, and it sounds really interesting to me. I've never used it before on a jelly plate. Let's just see what happens. Thanks, my love. Oh, perfect. Big yoghurt pot. A bit of the magenta. I like the magenta in it. Should we try a bit of orange? Why not? Not too much. I don't want it taken over by orange particularly. And then one of the dark colours. So I'm going to try this raw umber, which is just a dark brown. That's quite a lot, isn't it? There we go. So I might have to brayer some of that burnt umber off, but we'll see. Let's see where we get to. So you just do the brayer dance, spread it out without sort of mixing it too much. And it's worth taking your time here, you know, because although it's not mega expensive, I'm using for the most part quite cheap acrylics. You know, you're using up your supplies and your paper and what have you, so take your time. I'm always amazed, you know, when you watch craft channels on telly, and you know, they say things like, oh, it only takes 5 minutes to make one card, or 5 minutes to make 20 cards, or whatever. What's the why? Unless you're making thousands of cards, surely you want to enjoy the journey, as it were. And back to the same problem I had yesterday. I've got a very bright light over me, and I don't think they'll be able to see them because it's quite dark, isn't it? So I've got this big chumping chunk here. So let's just get rid of a bit of that. It's just too much. It's altogether too much. Ah, do you know what? They're going to come out back to front, aren't they? I need something that's, yeah, it's just dawned on me they're going to come out back to front. So let's see, I've got some butterflies here, they'll do. Let's do some butterflies. So you've got to be careful that it doesn't skid when you put it down, because it wants to. I hope I've got enough paint on here for this to work. Yeah, I think so. See, you can see it's kind of working the opposite way round to how you'd think it would work. It's pulling up the paint that ordinarily it would be stamping down.
And it's obviously easier if you mount your stamps first.
Yeah, it is. My paint's now beginning to dry, which also isn't helping. But we'll see. We'll see what happens by the time we get to the end. Good job Nancy sent me a stamp scrubber, that's all I can say. Let's do a big fat one here. There we go. Right. So let's get a bit of deli paper and pull that and see what happens. I've got 2 pieces there. Yep. Okay, let's see. So I'm pressing down quite hard because that paint was of a mind to dry on me. Some of it's dried too much. I mean, you can see in theory, yes, it works. But what I'm going to do is put some white on that, or off-white, and pull that again. It was just too dry. Yeah, the idea is that you use the cheapest white or cream or whatever you can find, because you will use a lot of it. So let's spread this out, and then we'll do another pull, see what happens. My Rift Valley, it's very evident. Let's fill it in a bit. But make sure, you know, when you start that you've got a good supply of deli paper, and set yourself a limit. Like I said yesterday, just say I'm going to do 20 and stop at that, because you'll just keep going. You'll keep going and going and going, and you'll end up with all these prints that are marvellous, but you'll never use them because you'll have forgotten you've got them. Let's just use the other side of that. See what happens.
Mike says it looks very messy. You would have paint everywhere.
It is messy, Mike. It really is messy. There's something in me that quite likes the messy side of life. Right, let's see what we've got then. That's it. That's what we've got. So yeah, we've got bits of butterflies. And I'm sure you could finesse with this forever and get much better prints than that. I'm quite sure you could. Maybe if you did it, you know, in a cooler room and didn't faff around so much printing, you know, if you just did a print, let it go and print off it, I think you'd be all right with that. But I faffed around a bit too much. Having said that, actually, looking at it now, I quite like it. It's quite nice, really, isn't it? We've got that worn look again, and that's a look that I really, really like. It looks like it should have butterflies everywhere, but they've just been worn away, and this is maybe a piece of plaster that's over the wall, you know, somebody's put there to fix it or whatever. I really like it, actually. So that is not going in the bin. I just like it. I mean, for a real shabby chic book. Wow, you've encapsulated the look, I would say.
Mike says he's already trying to wipe his hands.
Yeah.
And Jen says he's using the imaginary hand wipes. And Lorna says hi.
Hi, Lorna. Let's just roll that off. Now then, let's do another background and use a stencil. That's what we're going to do. So let's put some, if I've got any of this green, let's put that down because I like this. It's one of my favourites. That's quite a lot. And a bit of this coppery sort of colour. Oh my goodness me, my paint is so lively today, please stop. It's just like 30 times more than I need. Let's put some of this bronze down, no, pewter I said it was, didn't I? Yeah, give it a bit of a metallic look to it. And possibly some where is it? Here it is, my magenta. Some of these ones I'm using are golden, and they are pigment rich. Right, so let's just smush all that lot together, see what happens, shall we? Start down here with the magenta. So I'm just trying to make a background, and then we'll go on to stencils. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying halfway through there. I was so carried away with spreading my paints out, I completely forgot what I was saying. That's why Mr. F is so encouraging of me to jelly plate print, because I don't say much. So try not to get them all mixed up together as one colour. Try and leave different areas of colour if you can. I mean, a bit of mixing, it's inevitable and it's okay, but you know, quite like the idea of got that green there. Yeah, okay, let me just roll off my excess. Ugh. So glad I put clean paper down. Right, I'm just going to pull that. Am I? Yeah. I've forgotten the order of things here.
Creating a background, you said.
Creating a background. Oh no, I think I was going to do a stencil. I think that's what I was going to do. I'm going to use this one. It is a darkroom door stencil. It is full A4 and my jelly plate isn't A4, it's 8 by 10. So let's pop that down there. And then I'm going to take a piece of deli paper. I'm not even saying I like this stencil, I don't know, because I've never really done anything much with it. So because it's deli paper, you can squish it right down. And see what happens. It is just, a lot of this is trial and error and just playing with stuff. So let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's alright. There's some bits in there you could use. You could go back in if you wanted to, perhaps. Anyway, let's remove this. Yikes, this is a messy business. Let's take another piece of this and let's pull what's left on there. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Yeah, that's where I was going to make the background first, wasn't it? So you wouldn't see the white through. Okay, so let's have another attempt then. Let's make a background.
Pull off that as well.
Yeah.
If you split it.
I have to get a glass pulled out. So I'm just going to spritz this and see if I can get a pull off that. Might do it on the other side of here. This is acrylic paint, it's not ink. So generally when it dries, but it might just be damp enough to let us take a pull off it. Yeah, no, it didn't work too well. Thanks very much indeed. Oh. Right, then, let's do a background. Then we'll do a stencil. Then we'll see where we're at. I'm going to keep that because I'm going to use the back. So, oh, I've got still quite a lot on there, actually. That is probably worth taking a pull of. Let's try it and see. Too much paint again. Too much paint. Yeah, I'll just do it on the back of here, see what happens. Thank you, my love. Did it all come off?
Mostly.
Mostly. Right, let's see what this is. See if it's cleaned our plate. It's cleaned our plate. Hooray. It's not the world's most exciting thing. Would I ever use it? I really doubt it. Although, you know, I'll hang on to it. One never knows. I'll just roll that up. Right, I'm going to make a background Do not dissuade me from such things. This is what's happening. So for the background, what do I want? What do I want? Quite a bit of this coppery sort of acrylic. Oh, not that much. Not again. Go in. Yay. That's a bit of a messy way of doing it, but yeah, so just a little dab will do you. There we are. And I'm going to put some copper in. Ooh, let's put away dirty. Just a little bit. That copper seems to go quite a long way. A little bit of green, I'd say. Lovely. And maybe some black. Let's go for some black, thanks very much. This is really cheap paint and it's really weird. It comes out all thick and clumpy. But I don't really want to use good stuff. Right, so let's make our background. Just take your time, move the paints around with your brayer. Do the brayer dance. That black takes quite a bit of moving around actually, it's so thick. Wow, that green is green, isn't it? I'm just doing the brayer dance. Right, so what have we got? What does that look like? Bit of a hot mess, but never mind. This is our background. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right. Actually, it's turned out quite nicely, that, hasn't it? I love all the marks, and mostly they are from problems with the plate, to be honest. It's no sort of skill of mine, it's just problems with the plate. Now I'm going to put some colour on and I'm going to put a stencil over the top. So I want something a little bit possibly lighter and brighter. So let's try some of that. Maybe a bit more than that actually. And pink. Let's go with that, see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up with some light pinky colour, no doubt. It's picking up what was left on the jelly plate as well, so it's darkening it down a bit where it hits that black. You alright, love?
Yeah, just wash your stamps.
Oh, thanks. Did it come off all right?
Yeah.
Phew. Right, so I've got quite a lot of magenta here, but that's okay, I think. I think that's all right. Okay, so there are bits of black on that. I'm not worried about that. It's probably going to make it more interesting, and it'll come as no surprise to you that the stencil I am using is this one. It's the old damask, the old favourite. So I'm just going to drop that onto there. I'm going to take my background. Is that right? Is that what I do? Do you know, I can't remember. I think I take a new piece. I think that's what I do. Probably should have had a background on this as well. But, you know, you live and learn, don't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have had a background on here as well. My best advice to you, given that I'm telling you I am no aficionado with jelly plate printing, and it's been such a long time since I've done it, that I can't remember all the tips and tricks. Yeah, so that's that. That would have looked quite nice with a background. Alas, it didn't have one. So I'm going to remove this stencil now, and then I'm going to put my background back onto it. Let's just see what happens. See if we can get that lined up at all. Let's see if we can see this or not, or if it's entirely fugitive. Okay. No, the background was too dark. Background was too dark. Okay, I'm not giving in at this stage. I'm absolutely not. It's just not going to happen. So I will have to give up soon because I'm running out of paper. So let's make a light background then, which is what I should have done in the first place. Oops, that's rather a lot. What colour shall I use? Coral, maybe? A little bit of coral. And a little bit of this metallic red gold or something it is. Don't throw it away, you know me too well, Jen. Oh, don't like that, in the bin. Yeah, I mean, have a go. That's the way you learn. But, you know, go and have a look on YouTube, because there's some people on there who are very good at this. I'm just going to clean this off a bit. And this is just going to be largely just light. That's all I want. With that lovely gold in it. Got a huge amount of cream there. Too much. If you're lucky enough to have two jelly plates, then, you know, roll this off onto your other jelly plate would be my advice. Sometimes I've got two. I've got the little one that I showed you yesterday, and it's a good idea to have them both going at the same time, really. You can feed one from the other. Right, so do I need two backgrounds? If I pull that one for the one with the stencil and then the one without, yeah, I think I need two backgrounds, given that 1 + 1 is 2. I'm working on that premise. So let's have a look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. See, it's still pulling up those black bits from my dirty plate. That's why in the middle of jelly plate printing. I would never advocate cleaning your plate. Just leave it. It throws up the most interesting things. Right, now I'm going to do another background, and then we've got the 2 backgrounds that we want. So I'm going to once again put some of that down. I'm going to put some pewter in this one, just to be different. Maybe some pink, and maybe a bit of that turquoisey green colour. It's just, it's alright, because this is a nice colour, and we haven't seen much of it yet, have we? I think because it's ink, it gets swamped with everything else, really. Yeah, it doesn't sort of stand up to the acrylic paints. If you're doing all inks, I think you'd be fine.
Jim wants to know, is it only good with acrylic paint, or can you use other paints or inks?
You can use inks, you can use your ink pads if you want to. I wouldn't use watercolours. I wouldn't use oil because I don't think it would be good for the jelly plate itself. I don't know about other things. Certainly you could use your ink pads, but you do tend to get a more muted kind of result. I would stick to acrylics if I was you. You definitely get the best results with acrylics. But you know, if you go into any of the craft shops, they generally have a set of acrylics for kids, you know, or students or whatever, you know, that aren't really expensive. So let's take that as a background, and that is absolutely as good as you need. It really is. Let's see what this one turns out like. Oh, that's a pretty one. Ooh, look at that. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. Oh, you could make that into like a cottage garden, especially that way. I'm seeing lupins and delphiniums. Did everybody catch what the prompt is for next week's collaboration with Kyung? The prompt is garden. That's it. Could be the word garden, it could be anything. That's the prompt, garden. I'm thinking that something like this would make a lovely background. But I don't want to give the game away, and I probably won't use jelly plates again. Right, so now I need to put some down, then do the stenciling business. And I'm going to stick with just this. I don't know what's going to happen because I can't ever remember doing this before. But this is what I'm going to do. And I'm hoping that there's still some green and stuff in there, so we're all right. If you haven't seen Kyung's version of the collaboration this week, it's up on her channel. Her channel's called Kyung Shotwell. And it's just lovely. It's great. It's one of those feel-good factor journaling pages. I really enjoyed watching her. Right, now I'm going to put the stencil down. Kind of where I had it before, but it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to use one of these backgrounds. I'm going to use the first one because it's the driest, and just see what I can pull up. Anything or nothing. So I really kind of want to get this over the jelly plate. It doesn't really matter, but I missed it by a mile anyway. And let's just push that down through that stencil and see what we get.
Mike wants to know what was the number for jelly prints. You think he is 20. LOL.
Yeah, don't end up with any more than 20 pages. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5. Yeah, I've got 5. well, 6 if you count that one, but it's a bit scrabbly. There's some quite nice bits in it. Yeah.
I like that one.
You like this one, do you? Oh, keep it. 6 then, Mike. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. So I've got loads to go at yet. Right, let's see what this has happened. See what's happened to this, should I say? Let's see what this has happened. Yeah, it's not great. Should have been a darker colour. This is where you live and learn. I'm going to keep that, actually. I'm going to keep that, but it's not my favourite. Where's my other background? I thought I did another background. Oh, here it did. Here it is. So remove your stencil. Then you should have still left the bits that's actually, you know, underneath the stencil.
So wash that now.
Thank you. And let's put this back on and see what we get. It could be anything, it could be nothing. This is the joy of it. Because each one, it's called Gelli plate mono printing, and the mono is the one, because you'll only get one pull. You'll never be able to recreate it. So it's mono printing. Oh, that hasn't come up. Why haven't you come up? Let's apply a bit of pressure to you. No, that does not want to come up. Well, it's still there, so I'm not going to give up with that. I'm going to put some paint over it, and then I'm going to pull it, and I should get that because it's dry. That's why it's not pulling up. It needs some more paint on the top. I'm just debating what colour paint I want. Let's try a bit of this, and remember it comes out really quickly. So that wasn't much fun, was it? Some dark, some burnt umber maybe. And yeah, you need the paint on top. Once it dries, you need paint on top to pull it off, because otherwise it'll just stick there forever and a day. And then when you come back to Gelli plate printing after 2 or 3 years, and you go, what?
Pammy Style loves your headband.
Oh, thank you. Let's try that and see where we get with that. I like it when it gets all mushed up. It looks like texture, I like that. That black is so hard to roll around. So it's so thick and gloopy and cheap.
Probably got other black if you want it.
Yeah, I'm sure we have, but for the purposes of this, I'm sure it'll be fine. So what's that look like then? Quite interesting. Right, let's pull this. If this works, it's the last one. If it doesn't work, it's the second last one because I've run out of paper. I was going to show you how you can... Yeah, I'm doing one more. Definitely doing one more. Don't keep count, mine. You're making me feel bad. Right, so press, press, press. And this wet paint should have stuck to the dry paint and pull it off. And lo and behold, that is indeed what's happened. Look at that. Look at that. That's lovely. It worked. So yeah, you've just got to keep on going, I'm afraid. Trying to remember what you did the last time, and Did it work or did it not work? Yeah. I'm just going to sacrifice the back of this paper. I think I need to get rid probably of some of that black, but I'll leave it there, it doesn't matter. Let's put some colour down. Let's put some orange down. Just a little, ooh, don't need that dirty bit. Just a little bit down the middle. And some dark brown. Give that a bit of a shake. I'm going off piece now. And some of this titanium buff. Now I'm going to pick up some black because there's loads of black still left because it's weird stuff. I just need to run my brayer off. Right, so I want to get that orange moving a bit into that brown. And then move the cream up into the brown as well. If you feel you want a definite colour somewhere, then do all your brayering and then put your colour on. I've got enough on my brayer now, although I didn't put any cream up here. I've got enough on my brayer to do this bit here. It's all getting a bit muddy, but it's fine. And then what you can do is you can make marks with something like a paintbrush. Don't use anything that's sharp because you'll wreck your plate, but you can make marks in it. Any sort of marks you like. I'm just being cheap and cheerful. Right, let's try and pull that. See what we get before it dries. What was I going to use here? The back of this.
She says she's getting addicted to jelly flaking and she's only watching.
I think the thing is that it's unpredictable. You can predict it to a certain degree, but and I guess the more you do it, the better you get at predicting what's going to happen. But you know, it's just, it does its thing. It just does its thing. Well, that didn't come out very well. Oh, I've had a lot of disappointments today. Sorry to disappoint you peeps. Right, well, that's kind of it. Apart from just to clean my plate. So in order to clean it, to put it away to bed, I just put one layer of whatever colour it is you're using, white, cream, or any other colour that you've chosen to use. And I'm just going to work into that black and see if I can get it off. I mean, the sensible thing to do is wash it, but somehow I quite like the crusty bits that get left behind. So that should now have stuck to all of those bits that were dirty. And let's just pull it off. On my oh, I've got two sheets. Come on, don't dry. Last pull of the day. In an attempt to clean this up. Let's give it a really good press and hope we can get it all, most of it off anyway. There you go. that's one of the best prints of the day, and that really often happens. It's just what was left on the plate. And when you looked at it, it didn't actually look that dirty, to be honest. But that's what was left. It had dried on, and so then you put the wet acrylic over the top and it bonds to the stuff that's dried on, and it pulls it all off like that in one go. So isn't that pretty? I mean, it's just, to my mind, that's just heaven. It's texture, it's just gorgeous. I could hang that on the wall, to be honest with you. I really love it. So I don't know what you've learned today. Probably not much at all. You know, I never pretended to be an aficionado of the jelly plate. But let's have a look and see what we've done anyway. Can I give you this, please? It's just everything sticks to it. So we've got that one. Like that one a lot. That took absolutely zero skill because I was just cleaning the plate. That's all I was doing. But I like it. Now I think I could use that in the oh man, Grunge Journal. Let's see what you've got to say. Deborah, me too, Sharon. What's that? I love them all. Oh dear. Oh, Mike's not disappointed. I'm so pleased because I felt like I'd let you down today. Don't throw any away or Capkin will get you to look in the bin. No, have a look in the bin. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Keong. Yeah, I like this one. I love pulling with laser printer paper too. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, that's fine. I just like deli paper because it's thin and I'm used to it, you know, it's just what you get used to. Thanks, Violet. Thanks, Pammy. Thank you, Janya. Oh, thanks, Shaz. I know that you like jelly plate printing, so I'm sure this isn't up to your standards, but the blue ribbon winner, gorgeous. Looks like vintage floral. What? Oh, I know. Can you imagine, you know, those washi stickers that you get? Just put one there, which is, I mean, just great. Thank you, Rachel. So, sadly, I'll need to watch review. Oh, well. Thanks for so much sharing, Fiona. So much fun. I'll definitely be purchasing one. I'm even going to... might get messy. It's actually around here, there's not much mess. I'm a mess, but I think even my t-shirt's clean. So it's not... I've done messier things than this in my life. Flo, thanks, Flo. Thank you so much for all the kindness that you're sending out my way. I really appreciate it. I hate when I do live like this and it's not exactly what I had planned. Anyway, we've got that one. I like that. I'll use that. I'm sure there's parts of that I could use, so I'm not throwing that in the bin. This one. That's lovely. I really quite like that one. Well, that's the way it goes, actually. But, you know, that damask stencil, it's done good duty, hasn't it? I'm just putting that over there because that black isn't dry yet. There's this one. That's a bit of a meh.
You can do it over again.
I will. I'll print over that one. So I'll keep it, but I want to print over it. This one, it's all too dark, I think, but Mr. F likes it, so I may grow to love it. It's okay. This one, which I like, once again, you know, that's one of those ones that, I don't know, if you just stenciled over with the damask, not jelly plate or anything, just stenciled over a little area with the damask, I think that would look really good. I might leave that out, actually, have a go at that right now. These ones with this stencil, no. I mean, I guess the idea is that you cut them up and you have bands, but it's, no, I'm not mad keen on that. And this one with the stamps on, well, it didn't work as well as it should have worked because I flapped around too long and waited for the paint to dry. But having said that, I really like this because it just looks so shabby. So shabby. And yeah, I like it. I like it. But please, you know, mess around yourselves. And I know some of you have bought jelly plates after yesterday's jelly plate printing session. Oh, stay making.
So you can see you using your script stamp on some of those backgrounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't they look lovely? But I'm just going to have a little go with the damask. I don't know where the damask went. Is it still in the kitchen?
Stencil. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. I'll find
No,
I'll find another one. It's really, really good fun. And if there's two of you doing it, you know, Jen and Mike or whatever, it's just, oh, what have you got? What have you got? You know, how did you do that? Thank you, my love. So I'm just, it's a little bit wet, so I'll just dry it off. Dry it off about my person. This has got an up and a down, hasn't it? So let's get it going upwards. Look at all the paint on this from years and years and years of using this. What colour? Vintage photo, do you think? Yeah, I think vintage photo. A little bit of vintage photo. Where's my vintage photo brush? Be around somewhere. There it is. So let's just put a little bit on, see if we can get it to look a little bit sort of distressed. Well, I mean, it looks pretty distressed already. So let's have a look and see if that's actually working or not. No, I've got too much water on it. Look at it. It's that's no good at all. I'm going to have to select a different stencil. None of those look... I'm just going to dry my stencil properly. Dry this section here. That's fine, that'll do nicely. Right, here we go again. It's a nice thing, isn't it, when you make things and you work into them and make it more than it was. Let's just see if that's working. Not very well. I think I might have to step up to this one, which is walnut stain. I think an oxide is what's needed here. I think the inks aren't pronounced enough. No, it's not really working. Because the oxides are opaque, I think it would be good with the oxides. But I don't have any brown oxide. So I'll just try that. No, it's not really working. I'm wasting my time and yours. Oh, actually, if I get it in the right light, it is.
Great on camera.
Does it?
No.
I think it's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah, oh well, you can see that, and I can't.
It's the bright light you're under.
It's the bright light. But it's there, and it looks quite distressed. And I'll tell you another colour that would look fabulous with that is duck egg blue. You know that speckled egg? Oh, I can't stop myself. I'm going to have a go with it. I can't stop myself because I have got that one in oxide. Yay! Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm sorry, peeps. I should have gone by now, really. Let's just do a little bit there and see what happens. Oh, I think this is going to be a better result. I feel like it might be. I don't know, can you see that? No, you can't see it very well.
You can.
It's nice. Take it from me. It's nice. I like it. It looks old. It looks distressed. It looks quite French. That's nice. Oh, what a shame you can't get a clearer view of that. But it's there and it's looking all right. So there we have
I
it.
could turn the light off for a second.
Yeah, turn the light off and see if that helps. Probably not. It's going to go pitch black. No, I don't think it is helping really. I mean, you can see the brown one quite well, but you can't see that, and I can see that. Anyway, turn the light back on. The voice from the dark. Right, anyway, so yes, you can see you can work into them, you can do what you want, you can cut them up, you can stick them onto something, make pockets in your journal, or tags, or whatever, envelopes, whatever it is you want to make.
You can see it's like an old plaster wall in Italy.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. This one, it's it's quite definite. That is the pattern that's on it. So I wouldn't want to add too much of that to my journal, but I do like it. But that may be my favourite, I think. Because once again, Jen, I'm with you, it really does look like an old plastered wall that's just kind of falling apart. And I really like it. So this probably will be making an entrance in a journal near you at some time very soon. Thank you for sticking with me today. I appreciate that the outcome may not have been the most exciting in the world, but it was exciting getting there. And this last print, I think, was probably one of the most successful, just cleaning up what was on the plate. So never give up on it. Always take that one last pull because it can very often be the best. Right, well, the Back to Basics series will carry on through the week with a video going out every day that I can manage at 4 o'clock, which should be Monday through Friday. And it's progressing. It's really coming on. I don't know if any of you are following along with that or making your own little journal, but it's coming on. It's coming on quite nicely. And on Wednesday, I will try and do a live with the Grunge Journal because I don't want me to be getting too much ahead of you. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're back to the weekend lives at 4 o'clock. So I shall see you very soon. I'll see you on Wednesday, or I'll make every effort to see you on Wednesday. See you on Saturday for the Kyung's collaboration journal. See you on Sunday for the Grunge Journal. So it's a full week for you and me. Enjoy your week. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching me. Bye.
Bye everyone, take care, be safe, be happy, see you soon, bye!